Hi, everybody. From Berea, the hottest day of training camp is the next to last day of training camp as the Browns will practice on Wednesday and then get set for preseason game number 3 on Friday night in Tampa against the Buccaneers as Freddie Kitchens wraps up his first training camp as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. And a tough camp it was. Every player to a man would say that. They were in pads just about the entire camp. They hit a lot. They were on the field for long periods of time, but it brought them together and it gave him a lot of answers as he goes into the third preseason game. He's pretty much set with his lineup. There are a couple of spots that are still up in the air, but right now the Browns appear ready to get set for the Tennessee Titans as they get set for that opening game, and that important one it is at First Energy Stadium in the first week of September. Now at right guard, Eric Kush seems to be cementing his spot as a starter on the Browns offensive line. Is it disappointing that Austin Corbett didn't win the position? Yeah, to some degree it has to be considered a bit of a defeat. He'll be the backup center for the Browns. Remember, he was a high, in fact, the top of the second round selection by the Browns from a year ago, and so it is a bit disappointing that he has not been able to get a definite position and to win a position as a starter on the Browns offensive line. I would say he is behind schedule right now. But this team is ahead of schedule, and they don't want a weak offensive lineman or an unsure offensive lineman dragging them down. They feel they're ready to go offensively, and they need everybody on the same page, and Kush right now appears to be the guy at right guard. The kicking situation, once again, will be on center stage coming up on Friday night. Austin Seibert and Greg Joseph, nobody's making kicks, and so nobody has the job, and you wonder at some point if the Browns have to go outside and look for a kicker. If that is the case, it will be a very busy weekend after that last and only cut of the NFL preseason. Remember, there's only one cutdown period, and there are other teams out there who will be looking for a kicker, and so if the Browns are looking for a kicker come the first week of the regular season, they'll have to have a name and get ready to go and make a deal and get him in there and be certain that that guy's going to make kicks. But right now, both Joseph and Seibert are struggling at best. How much are the starters going to play on Friday night? I don't think too much, if at all in some cases. I don't think you're going to see Landry. I don't think you're going to see Beckham. I think you'll see them on the opening Sunday against the Titans. I think the Browns feel that, number one, they're not 100% healthy, not that anyone is after going through training camp, but they don't want to risk anything. They feel this offense is going to be special, and they don't want to lose a guy in a meaningless preseason game. Baker Mayfield, if he plays, it will be an in-and-out situation. The days of the third preseason game being held to that ritual of a dress rehearsal and starters going one full half and then early into the second half, at least here in Cleveland and in some other spots around the NFL, those days are gone. The Browns are also looking to get deeper at tight end, and so we'll watch that position with great interest coming up on Friday night too. But it looks as though everybody, coaches, players, even some of the fans, I would say, are waiting for that final training camp practice, which will come tomorrow. And then we go to the next stage. From Berea, I'm Jim Donovan. Thanks for stopping by. WKYC.com.